Um, how did Real Big Fish go about forming? Did you know each other well prior to you starting up, or?
Let's see. I guess I'm the senior member here.
Yeah.
Member?
Member. Yeah. Hey.
We started as just a garage band playing cover tunes out of the magazines like Playboy and Penthouse. No, Guitar Magazine and
Cherry,
things like that. Yeah, where here's the tablature sheet for Led Zeppelin song, whatever. And then
how do you play that on trombone?
Yeah, then we had a couple original tunes. There was a lead singer at the time named Ben Guzman, and he was kind of a hippie REM fan type guy, and he would kind of dance around and flop his hair. Hey man! So the tunes were kind of like that, a little bit disco, a little bit like that. I don't know. And then they got a show. Oh my God, we got a show, and the show was with Skank and Pickle, a San Francisco ska band, and they sat there at the show and watched this band and went, "Oh my God, that's the sound. That's what we're gonna do." And so they put out an ad in a record store, and a couple of 16-year-old high school students joined us, the horn section, and we became a ska band.
And whoever wasn't on restriction could play
trombone
or a trumpet in the band.
Staying out till 5 in the morning every night playing shows and rehearsing made our grades suffer, and so then we had to have alternate.
Makes mom and dad mad.
Yeah, alternate horn players. Mostly it was me. I kept getting in trouble.
How many times were you grounded from playing with the band?
Well, it would be like 2 months, and then I'd go back for a couple weeks, and then I'd fuck up again and then mess up again, and then it'd be like 2 more months, or
yeah.
So it was. It was like from the time there's all these pictures of everybody but me, and then there'd be one of me, and then yeah.
Wait, I was in the band at that time.
Yeah.
But not playing.
Yeah.
Because my mom. Yeah.
You then spent several years working on your studio albums with Everything Sucks and Turn the Radio Off, but you signed to Mojo Records. What made you up to join that label?
Well, a lot of bands were getting signed at the time. There was sort of like a scramble for all the labels to grab all the ska bands from the scene that had grown up. And we were playing shows just in the couple towns, in our county, in our neighborhood area. That'd be rival to the shows we're playing now. I mean, and we do that a couple times a week. I mean, the local scene was so strong at the time because there were bands like No Doubt and Sublime that were just getting big, and so that sort of pulled everybody along with them. And so all the labels just kind of, we gotta get this, we gotta get a piece of this. And we entertained some offers from a few different labels. We went with Mojo because we had just met Goldfinger, and Scott, our old trumpet player, and I recorded on Goldfinger's first record. They needed horn players, and so being a part of that process, we got to meet the Mojo guys, and we're like, they seem pretty nice. There was only like 4 or 5 of them working at the label, so it was like they were another band. We could wrap our head around it. If it was this big company or something like that, and what office is this? What's your job?
Yeah,
but it was just a few people. One person doing artwork, one person doing whatever it is they do, and so that kind of. It felt like it was more of a group effort. It was us and Goldfinger at once, so they couldn't be wrong twice. And it was pretty good those first few years, definitely. When a label has your back, when you have the full support of a label, you're unstoppable. They spend money like crazy to make you popular.
Yeah.
And so for some people, it works really well. After a while, it didn't work for us because the tide of music had moved on to the more Limp Bizkit kind of sounds and stuff like that. So labels didn't know what to do with a band like us, and so we had to finally move on.
You think that was the last band grab that existed?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't see that.
They're still doing the Cookie Monster singing kind of music now. A lot of those bands are getting signed, but I don't know.
I want cookies.
Yeah. Nothing makes me feel more like an old guy than one of those bands.
Yeah.
I mean, they're working hard up there. They're all sweating. They're playing their music. The kids are loving it,
jumping around.
But I'm just standing there going, all I ever want to do is be funky. There's nothing funky about that.
Yeah.
Your track Sellout got huge mainstream success and come 57th on the Billboard. What made that song so popular, do you think?
I think the irony of it, you know, we jumped the gun. We sort of knew we were going to be packaged as this commodity, and we wanted to play off that. We wrote the song long before we got signed.
Yeah.
It was more about a lot of the other bands that were getting signed, and it was kind of in defense of them, you know, because it's really what everybody wanted at the time.
Yeah, because you want to be successful. You want to be able to put food in your mouth. People, the average person doesn't realize that this is only, you enjoy this incredibly, but you also want to get paid for it.
Yeah.
Because you work all your life. I've worked all my life to play the trumpet. All my life. I've been playing the trumpet for 25 years. And I struggle with that instrument every day, and I work my ass off on it. And yes, I would like to get paid for doing something that I do relatively well. And people sometimes don't. They go, oh, you play music, you just do it for fun. Well, yeah, I do it for fun. I'm lucky that I really enjoy it, but I would also like to provide food for my wife and put a roof over her head. And Dan has a baby that he needs to feed because that's all she does is eat. Eat.
And there's two kinds of selling out, right? There's the kind that it's the band gets rid of their whatever they were doing before and puts on eyeliner and writes Justin Bieber type songs. Okay, that's definitely selling out. You're changing everything about yourself to be popular, right?
Integrity anymore.
And then there's the kind of selling out where it's just one fan and she's pissed off that the other girl in her classroom that she hates now likes the band, and so the band must be a sellout because ugly girl over there doesn't, knows about them now.
Yeah,
and
Or
there's a huge difference between those two, and we think we're somewhere in the middle, but
in our case, it would be them hating on the popular girl that Doug.
And I get that, I understand. I'm a record collector. I like to know about things before everybody else, and I tend to hate them as soon as everyone else learns about it. So I'm there, but I don't accuse the band.
Yeah. It's not the band's fault.
You performed at the halftime show for the film Basketball. What was it like being on set, and how did it come about?
Oh, it was pretty wild. I mean, you think you know how movies are made. You see that like on the DVD, there's the special features, and it says, "Oh well, we grabbed a camera and it was a great time and we shot it." Oh my God, it's like a city.
It's a huge
There's
production.
so many people working all the time, and so we just sat in a dressing room and okay, well we'll wait till they call us. Matt and Trey from South Park came in and said hi a few times, but they were rewriting the script every day, so they just looked like they'd given birth. They're like, oh my God, hey guys. I suppose they get asked every time they see anybody, be funny. They couldn't do that at that moment. But so we jumped on set and played Beer, and we hadn't really heard the song since we'd recorded it. We'd sort of been playing a different version live, and when they piped the record through the PA next to us so we could lip sync to it, they only had it coming through the the left speaker, and so we're sitting there trying to dance to like only half the song. And so it was kind of awkward. But we're talking about basketball and how great it was.
Ooh, that was awesome.